We are on to part 3 of decluttering the house, and I'm targeting the loft today, and I'm taking a little drive with me to the tip. Yes, I am, where we can get rid of it all, chuck all that junk in and get it gone. Now, I haven't been able to completely finish the loft, so you'll see, but it's because Nick's gone to work and he's taken the extension lead, and every day he's been needing it, so I've not been able to finish it. But anyway, here we go. We're going up. You know, I said in my last video that I got rid of all that litter that was under the stairs. I was like, why have I got cat litter? I don't understand it. Anyway, I said, what's the betting? I need it. Well, I'm going to tell you a little story. Flipping disgusting. 6:15 this morning, I woke up. I was like, oh, I need my inhaler. I couldn't find it under my pillow. So I thought, oh, I must have left it by the kettle when I was cooking dinner. So I went out to the kettle at 6:15 in the morning in the pitch black, bare feet. What do I step in? Cold, lumpy poo and pee. Yes, our elderly cat, bless her, pooed on the floor in the kitchen. I was nearly sick. It was between my toes, it was. Look at this. There's no floor. There is no floor. There is a floor, but you can't see the floor. This is how bad it's got. So I'm going to sort through it all. But my goal in here is to go through all the school books that I've been collecting. And in the earlier years of school, the classes used to put pictures of them like doing activities in school. And they used to put little photos inside the book. So I'm having to go through, please bear in mind, I had to go through every single school book page by page to find all the photos to take them out. So this is me. I sped it up to 27.8, I think it was. Yeah. Of me going through it all, trying to find all the pictures and all the sentimental bits that I'm keeping, instead of sacks and sacks of school books over the last 16 years. Yes, absolute hoarder. But yeah, I put my poor little toes went in that, so I had to clean that up at 6:15 this morning. I was not happy at all. But I don't want to go back to litter. I'm going to have to get some and then just put it down on the nights that she's in. And if she's out, that's it. I'm sorry, you're out. I'm not messing about. I can't do it. She's very stubborn, old mini Bojangles. But anyway, I will say, while doing the loft, this is another reason why you shouldn't be a hoarder. And I know it's easier said than done. Trust me, look at me. The reason you shouldn't be a hoarder and keep things saying, oh, it's sentimental, I'm going to keep it. No. Just take a flipping picture of it if you really need to. I went through an absolute roller coaster of emotions while I was up here. I found things that I totally forgot about. I found things that are like 20 odd years old when I was a teenager. And I'm just going through all my CDs here. They're all Michael Jackson, Janet Jackson, Eiffel 65 and some Euro dance, I don't know what, and some hymn in there as well. A bit of hymn. I do like a bit of Ville Velo. I went through so many emotions up there that I didn't want to go through. And I found things that I didn't want to remember. Like, I may have wanted to remember it at that time, but it brought back feelings and emotions that I didn't want to feel. So, yeah, I came down from that loft a very different Gabby. I did. For about 5 minutes. But I've got so much to take to the tip. It's ridiculous. They've set up a new system down there now. You have to book. You have to book. My booking list, my history at the end of 2026 is going to be very long indeed. They're going to be like, you come in every week. Actually, no, I'm hoping it's not going to be like that next year, because if I do it all now, then it's all good. Day 2, we are on to going back up and getting all the stuff and, yeah, loading it into the car as much as we can. So my boys do not stop bickering. My teenagers, 15 and almost 14, right? And I'm not joking. When they bicker, it's vile. It's really vile. It's like, it goes from, all right, mate, all right, to straight away punching and pushing and shoving. And then I have to go in there and break it up. Like, what in fresh hell are you doing, you imbeciles? So this is everything I got. And there's a skybox up there. Why on earth is there a skybox up there? I don't know. Anyway, so do you know what I said to my boys? I found this really funny. This is the rain that I'm having to deal with while I load the car. Yes. I said to the boys, I said, well, do you know what I'm going to do if you keep behaving like this? If you can't get along and I have to keep listening to this all the time, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to come down to your school at the time where the bell goes and you're free to go home, I'm going to go down. I'm going to go into the office to pick you up, and you're not going to expect it. And I'm going to say to the office woman, "Hey, yo, I'm here to pick up my mandem." And they literally, I'm not joking, they were livid. I said, "Yeah, I'm going to go in there, I'm going to rock up with me trousers down to my flipping knees, with me pants hanging out, and I'm going to be like, yo, picking up my mandem." And they were like, "That's you can't do that." And I'm like, "Yes, I can. Yes, I can. I'm going to be one of you. This is why here." It started to rain a bit much, and I didn't want my camera to get damaged by the rain, so I'm using my Ring doorbell of me going in and out like a little mosquito. Yeah, so that's what I said to them. I said, that's what's happening. Because I'm not joking, my 15-year-old, he does the best impressions of all like the roadmen at school. Like, he comes home and he tells me all about it, because it's like, we literally have like a little sesh. You know, he comes home from school, he's like, "I've got some well funny things to tell you." I'm like, "Give me the gossip, give me the gossip." He tells me. It's so funny how kids behave in school. Like, oh my goodness, I would love to be a fly on the wall and witness some of this. He does such a good impression of it. It's so funny. I'm literally creasing in the kitchen, laughing my head off trying to cook dinner, while Oscar's there impersonating all these baddies at school. Oh my gosh, it's funny. It is really funny. We've been playing Monopoly a lot lately. We played Monopoly Decoder 1, which drives me up the wall, because no one wants to spend their £500 note. No one. Every time you go to spend the £500 note, you have to look to see if their chips are turned over first. Is it safe? If it's not safe, then no, we are not turning it over. Oh, so here we are with the car, right? The car, it's got to go. I'm so heartbroken, because, you know, I'm really comfortable driving this car now, and it is my absolute van, as you know. It's my TARDIS, but it's got to go. It keeps coming up with a warning light. Basically, the car will shut down mid-drive. So it happened on this trip. It comes up, limited transmission mode. And I'm like, what the hell is that? Anyway, soon discovered, it just won't go forward. You can't really reverse. You can't go forward. It pulls all the time. It doesn't last long. And then, yeah, so I'm like, brilliant. And then when it doesn't come up with that sign, it still doesn't feel right. So Nick's like, "Oh, it's the gearbox. The gearbox is literally about to go." So, yeah, we're looking for a new car. I'm like that. We were looking at, what are they called? Big American things. Like, they're big. Like, longer than Nick's van. And if I was to stand at the bonnet, it would be like at my chin. The bonnet would be at my chin. Oh, they're massive. I'm like that. I want that. Everyone get out the way. I'm coming through. I'm at the tip, by the way. Yeah, I'm just like, I love that. Like, if you're in the back seats as well, like flipping 7-8 seaters, if you're in the back seats, you can still stretch your legs out, and then you have a massive boot. You can practically put a mattress in there. Yes, I'll have that car and I'll live in it. Thank you very much. But I like the idea of, I love Land Rovers. I love Range Rovers. I just like big cars. I like big, high up. Everyone get out my way. I am coming through type of cars. That's what I like. Anyway, after the tip, I went to Tesco's, and then this is the following morning, because I had so much other stuff to do. I had no time to be loading up the car. And then I was stressing about the car, thinking, oh my goodness me, how are we going to afford this? It's just non-stop. So today is another tip day, and I'm like, oh, you know, when you start hunting around the house like this, there's got to be more. It's not enough. It's like when you pop a spot on your face. You start popping spots. I mean, I haven't done that since I was a teenager, but if you find like a blackhead or something, and you pop it and you squeeze it and it comes out, and you're like, I want another one. You start digging around. Then you start going on your thighs, anywhere, just to satisfy the need to pop another one, and you can't find them. Yeah, that's what I'm like. I'm just going around the house like, there's got to be more. Literally. I'll take the TV down if I have to, and the sofas. I don't care, as long as I'm taking something to the tip. It's got to go. Yeah, and then I'm going into the boys' bedroom to empty out their bins, because they don't know how to do that, you know. They just, like, let it overflow. And then they're like, if I say to them, you do know that bin is now full, you could just tip it into the bin outside, and they're like, yeah, I know. Okay. Alex, bless him, ironed his school uniform last night. Alex ironed his Army Cadets uniform last night as well. Then while I took over and started doing the younger boys' ironing, because they're too little, I'm not having my 10-year-old standing there with an iron steaming away. No. Anyway, I'm ironing his, and I hear the dishwasher going. I'm like, what's going on? I opened up the door. Alex is loading up the dishwasher for me. I tell you what, Army Cadets, that's the way forwards. Although he is saying that he wants to join the army. I knew it was coming. I'm not happy about it. And I'm like, well, the whole time that you are a child, it is a no. And he's like, yeah, but I've got 2 years till I'm 16. And I'm like, it's a no. And he's like, all right then. When I'm 18, I'll get myself prepped and then I'll join when I'm 20. And I'm like, yeah, okay, I can deal with that, because by the time he's 18, he's going to change his mind. He's going to be living it up, isn't he? Actually, no, I very much doubt that, because he is so set. He's been like this. He's been army mad since he was probably about 2. Obsessed with it. It went from Mickey Mouse to army. And that's it. That is Alex's life. I just don't know how I'm going to cope with it if it does come to that when he's older. I really don't. But anyway, I'm loading up the car yet again, and I'm going to go through this sack here because it's got loads of cuddlies. And I said to the boys, if you keep chucking cuddlies out the bathroom window, you feral things, and leaving them out there, then they're going to go in the bin. And what did they do? They continued. Yes. They've been set out there all autumn in the back garden, soaking, stinking of mud and grass and bugs. So I'm like, right, I'm tipping them. There was something I was going to say. Oh, I was walking down the road the other day. I'm not the only person that complains about the neighbours' dogs. You know, I've been ranting on, it's doing my flipping head in. Anyway, what can you do about it? There's nothing you can do about it anyway. I was walking down the road the other day to the school run, and I heard these people on the side going, these dogs are doing my head in. I don't know how they can put up with it, blah, blah, blah. Imagine living next door. And I'm like, I feel like saying, it's me. I live next door and it's driving me mad. But I thought, no, I'm not getting involved. I'm not getting involved in that. Here we go. Look, I'm loading it. I'm getting prepped for me booked slot to go back to the tip. So yes, I make myself ready to go for the next tip run, and I'm adding in the car some bags from that house bin, which has got food in. And I say that because it stinks. And I've just had the worst drive ever. So I'm adding bits I find in the car. Yeah, chuck that in there as well, Gabby. Yes, it needs a good clear out. Noticed there was a big dollop of bird poo on the windscreen. And I was like, great. It wasn't coming off with the wipers, so I had to get an old scrubber and scrub it. Anyway, I drive to the tip. And when I get to my bay, the car does not reverse. It jolts all the way, like it doesn't want to speed up. And it won't reverse. So I looked like an absolute melon driving in on my timed slot that I booked online, people. They watched me drive in, go to reverse. It sounded like it was in neutral with the brake on. It was just like that. And then everyone was looking, and I just had to drive out. It was really bad. So yeah, that didn't happen. And then on the way back, it got worse. I couldn't go above 30. Then I couldn't go above 20. And it won't go up hills. Okay. So, as you can see, I still have shit in the car. Basically, I'd normally voice over, but on my way to the tip, the car decided it wasn't going to go above 30. It felt under the accelerator like really horsey, like I was going over like gravel. And I was like, okay, this doesn't feel right. I turned the music down. I was like, something's definitely not right. The car will not reverse. So I got into the bay bit. I spoke to the man. I said, I gave him my I gave him my code number. And he was like, that's fine, you know where you're going? I said, yes, I do. Thank you very much. I'm down here every week. I got there and I was about to reverse into the bay, and it literally just spun like it was on neutral with the brake on. That's what it felt like. And it just, it was going. I was like, shit. So I'm there. Everyone's looking. I'm like, what am I going to do? I look like the right sad, sorry case, because I couldn't go into my bay. I just had to leave the premises. Like a fart in the wind, just gone. They must have been thinking, what the hell was that? Anyway, it went down to, I couldn't go above 20. The car will not drive up hills. My cat's going across the roof of the car. And if you can hear that thumping, he's just walked down the windscreen. And I am now home. It took me ages to get home. I really wanted to go to Sainsbury's or Tesco and get 30 volume bleach bottle things to put with my Bee Blonde powder, because I'm thinking of either for the Sabaton concert, which is next week, because I'm really hating the way I look right now. I'm either thinking of going for the bright green, like half, so it's like all this will be bright green and then the black layers on top, and some, you know, bright green down here, or I'm thinking of doing the half and half bright red and something fun and funky. But then I'm like, maybe I shouldn't, because I'm just feeling like this because I'm feeling really, you know, down about myself. That's what happens when you feel really crap about yourself. You start thinking about doing dramatic changes to yourself, which isn't going to fix the problem. You just need to roll with it and let it flow like a fart in the wind. Yes, so I'm home. The car will not start. The car will not do anything. And I've got a car full of absolute junk. And one of them's a bin bag and it stinks. But my bin's full. There we go. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. We're going to go on to cleaning next. I've got some serious cleaning to be doing, and yeah, I'm going to be in the house for a very long time until we can sort out a new car. Yeah, and when I do get a new car, I will be going places. Going places. If I don't drive my car every single day, I genuinely feel like miserable. I feel like I have to be out. I have to be driving. I love driving. Even if it's to go to Sainsbury's, I'm just like, yes. Yes. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you lovely people in my next one, where we are going to scrub the house and make it nice and fresh. And yeah, try the loft again when I've got another car.